because they get their money very fast. On purpose, I assume that there is no credit risk issue. Obviously, if this is a pool of subprime mortgages, then there are default issues as well, but that's a separate thing. Today, we're just talking about it is guaranteed that these loans are going to be paid. There's not going to be any foreclosures. But the only thing we don't know when these loans are going to be paid or prepaid. So let's first get an amortization table. This is a table of monthly interest charges and principal payments. So let's start. I'm going to do this for 30 years, so 360 months. So I'm going to have a beginning balance, interest charged, payment, principal payment, and ending balance. Okay, let's do loan amount. Let's put in 100. Of course, the first month, that's the beginning balance. Mortgage interest. I know this is a pool, but act as if you have a single $100 million mortgage. Let's actually find out. What's the currently 30-year mortgages are about 642. This is for good credit mortgages. These are my inputs. You know what color they're going to be. I can calculate the monthly payment. There's a PMT function in Excel. That's my rate divided by 12. Number of periods, 360. Present value is that. I'm going to put a negative in front. I'll make that a purple. So every month you're gonna pay 626,816. All right, and I don't want too many digits on that either. Remember, mortgage interest, not interest, interest is fixed at the time mortgages are originated. So interest charges are based on that. So given beginning balance, you multiply the mortgage interest, divide by 12. So the first month of that 626,000 and change payment, 535,000 goes towards interest. Obviously, that's the payment. Then principal is beginning balance plus interest. I'm sorry, payment minus interest charged. And ending balance is beginning balance minus principal payment. Or you could say beginning balance plus interest charge minus payment, but it's the same thing. I want all of this. Well, second month, the beginning balance is the ending balance of that. That should be actually, yeah, that should be a fixed reference. So second month, since the principal is a little bit lower, interest charge is less, principal payment is more. Take it all the way down. By the end of 360, it's zero. In fact, when you do a mortgage like this, or you do a car loan like this, they're supposed to give you a table like this, which is something you can easily construct. Let me do a view. Now, if there are no prepayments, calculating the value of PO versus IO is simple, right? Let's put in one more line here. Let's call this discount rate. That discount rate may or may not be the same as the mortgage rate. Because mortgage rate is one thing, the other one is the rate at which you are discounting it. So let's say 550, okay? Something like that. So value of IO there's a function called NPV in Excel. It doesn't do the NPV that we're thinking about. It basically calculates present value of all the future cash flows. Discount at that rate, but that's monthly. And what am I discounting? The interest payments. Value of PO is simple. Loan amount minus, actually no. since we're using a different value of mortgage. All the payments. Since I'm discounting at a lower rate than the stated rate on the mortgage, obviously that's more. And value of PO is simply the difference. If they were the same, obviously the value of the mortgage would be exactly the same as value of the loan. So if there are no prepayments, the job is easy. You're basically saying to receive only the principal payments, I'm willing to pay 32 million and some change. That's 6%, maybe 35 million and some change. Depending upon the market, that could change. So I'm going to actually make that a different shade of green. The problem is with the prepayment. Okay. Let's add another line here. At a given month, what is the percentage of, and what's the probability that a given mortgage is going to be prepaid? Or since this is a pool, using kind of the law of large numbers kind of idea, what portion of the pool is expected to prepay? We get that from the data, but what is current mortgage prepayment rate?